What's happening, guys? Welcome back to Southern Roots Outdoors. I'm going to be reviewing the SpyPoint cellular camera Link WMV LTE today. I'm excited about this. This will be my first cellular game camera I'm going to use. I've used some different cameras like Muddy, some different brands like that, Moultrie. But this will be my first cellular camera, and I'm excited about it because I joined a hunt and lease back in February, March of this year, 2022, and the property is about 2.5 hours away, but it's 1,000 acres. Seems like most of the guys hunt the road area, and I'm looking on hiking down into the woods some. So I'm interested in getting this camera out into the woods a little deeper. A buddy of mine has one of these cameras as well. We're going to be looking at some pictures of his and then pulling off some pictures from mine when they send the pictures back to me. So I'm looking forward to it. Let's get started. Let's see what we got. I hate these tabs, but I get some equipment and I can see that it's been opened before. I got this camera for about 85 bucks from Wally World, from Walmart, and I was looking online at some different ones on Amazon, and this seemed like it had a pretty good review. They start out, they give you this small little manual here, quick start guide. This camera here is probably one of the smallest cellular cameras I've seen out on the market. That is one reason why I got it, but that also helps when you're trying to mount it somewhere that you don't want it to draw a lot of attention to. You know, deer are smart. They start getting used to something in the area. If it acts quirky, you're not going to get your beasts over there hammering that area. A lot of camera noise I've seen do that. I've seen tree stands do it. But this camera, I look forward to seeing what it can do. It's got some really good pictures from what my buddy showed me. First thing, you unclip the clip over here on the side. You got a little antenna holder for when it's traveling. You stick in the side, you can put your antenna to so it won't break it off. You can also unscrew your antenna. I work in the IT world for my full-time job, and I can come across some of these antennas that might have a little more strength or be a little bigger, that comes off of some old equipment. So I may look into that as well. But this antenna just screws right on here. There it goes. You don't have to worry about them getting damaged too easy. They're pretty strong connections as long as you got it screwed in tight. We open it up. We got some stuff blocking us. Removable battery compartment. I did get some batteries to go with it, but it takes the micro SD, so I had to grab a micro SD. These tabs, a lot of times you'll have equipment that says 2 to 32 gigs SD. The camera can handle more than 32 gigs. Most of your equipment just does that for a general rule of thumb because they don't want people having to ask the questions. I've got some 128 gig cards. If it seems like my battery's dying from sending me pictures too often, then I'll change that to maybe once a day, every couple days, once a week, while I'm not going to be down there, and I'll just put a bigger card in it to hold the pictures and videos. So it wants a class 10 card. Class 10 is your base for getting high def video and pictures, and this is a class 10. So you really don't want to go any slower than that. On the sensor here, you've got a little plastic tab. You got to remove that when you're when you take it out of the packaging. So inside the door it says 1, power on camera, 2, status light flashing green, search for signal, status 3, or number 3, status light steady, red equals no signal, orange equals fair signal, and green equals good signal. Number 4, upper light flashing red for 30 seconds, preparation delay. So once you get your camera set up and everything, that'll flash red for 30 seconds while it's preparing and letting you get out of the way. 5, all lights off, camera's ready. 6, if no signal at step 3, restart the camera. For more assistance, see the menu in the SpyPoint app. And it gives you a little tab here that I also pulled out. It says download the SpyPoint application before use, and tells you that it's available on the Apple App Store and the Google Play Store. Different languages there on the back. So let's get this thing, get some batteries in this thing and see what it does. I thought it took 8 batteries, but I only see a spot for 4. So does this come out? Yes, this comes out. And your batteries go in the back and the front. And then I believe you can get a rechargeable battery pack for these. I know you can get 12 volt battery packs that plug into the bottom here. I'll show you. That would be handy as well. I'm going to see if I can find a solar panel, 12 volt solar panel that they sell for these, and that way I don't have to deal with the batteries all the time. So let's get it set up. I'd just like to say too, I'm not sponsored on these reviews, not at the moment. I do look to be sponsored by some companies to send me hunting equipment, fishing equipment to review for outdoor use. Any guns you want to send me, I'm your man. I love cordless hole punchers. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and flip this around before I turn it on. I just noticed there is a, looks like a 1/4 inch, 3/8 1/4 inch, whatever that standard tripod mounting screw hole is. You can mount on a tripod or get one of the stands, the mounts for the tree, where you can screw the camera onto it and redirect it in the direction you want to shoot. So I do like that it has the larger little notch teeth here. I'm not big on the super large ones, and I'm not big on just the friction pads. They tend to move too much. I like this size because it fits really well into the grooves of the tree. As long as it can be tightened down and not move, I'm happy. And then it also comes with a single strap. Let's see how long this bad boy is. All right, it looks like I'm probably looking at a 4 to 4.5 foot tree. That's probably about 2 feet, so I would say about 4 feet around. Let's flip it on. Let's get my phone out. They got to get the SpyPoint app, so let's go ahead and get that downloading. It shouldn't take too long. Got the world's greatest internet access at my home. SpyPoint. Let's see. Install. Let's see how big this app is, how much space it'll take up on your phone. It's got 4.4 stars out of 5. That's good. 100 megs. Doesn't take up hardly any space on your phone. All right, let's open it up. New to SpyPoint, activate a device. Activate your first device. Create an account on the SpyPoint website. Let's see, create an account. We are on the link WMVLTE. Next. Where to find the device identification. You're going to scan the code that's inside the door here. Allow. Activate my device. Your device can now be turned on. It will take a minute to connect, start working. Once photo has been transmitted to the app, you will know it is successfully connected. During initial connection. Do not turn off your device while the status light is on. Make sure when you're putting this battery pack in, you're putting it in the direction that it says. It's got a little tab down here that has to lock in. And we're going to flip it on. Searching for signal. Alright, it's orange. That means I got fair signal, which I expected here at home. We could live kind of in a woodsy area. Alright, all the lights are off. So let's get a picture. So when it's going through that status where it's searching for signal and you have the green light next to the power button blinking, that's where they said you don't need to be turning it off. So you want to keep it on during that time. Let's see if we get anything. I never had to activate the SIM card with AT&T or Verizon. That's a little odd to me. So it communicated, it looks like. No photos. Oh, it sent a picture. Share that picture. Save image. Okay, so that's how you save the pictures off your camera. So when you're at your camera screen in the SpyPoint app, there's an option for plans. The free service, you get 100 photos per 30 days. I'm gonna change that. I do want more photos than that. So it gives your camera model, it gives your cellular connection. Even though mine was showing an orange light, it shows I've got 90% signal, 100% battery life. Shows it's set to full HD. Up in the top right says photo transmission plan. That I'm on is the free plan. I've got 1 of 100 photos that have been taken and sent, and 29 days left. Please go to the SpyPoint website to manage your account. So yeah, I'll have to do that on the website. Account, plans, change plan. Annually is what I want. Let's just choose the annual premium package, getting unlimited photos. So let's go ahead and check out. This is getting too long. So that's it, guys. I'm gonna get it out on a tree and we'll be right back. I'm really impressed. I mean, in the app I can pull up maps. I know it's probably pulling from my phone, but when I put this on a tree, I can press and hold on the map, and it'll add a marker of where my camera's at, so I can pull it up on my phone. It shows me the weather, gives me the sunrise, sunset. I know what time I can be out in the woods. All right, I got it on the tree over here, out here in the woods a little bit, on an opening that comes up on a hill. Since it's not hunting season yet, I want to get them drawn. So it's been about 4 to 5 days since I put the game camera out. I've gotten some really good pictures of some raccoons. One doe looks like she's been hit by a car. I'm probably going to try and put her down here in the next week or so. And then I also saw some pictures of a fawn, probably from this last spring. I'm hoping to get some more deer on the camera. Hoping to get maybe a buck or two from these acres of forest back here. So far, I'm pretty impressed with this camera. It definitely cuts down on the amount of empty pictures. I do get some pictures with some rain showers, just like you would on any game camera, but it takes quite a bit of rain to get those false positives. But as for the deer pictures, I mean, they're good quality. They show you the temperature, what time that they come through, and I tell you, it's probably the best settings interface that I've dealt with on a game camera. There's nothing worse than having a camera out there. You want to pack light and you got to go pull that card out and either buy a $100 SD viewer, an adapter for your phone, take a laptop or a tablet out, or bring the SD card back home. That's what I always had to do. The fact that you can get these pictures remotely really makes dealing with a game camera a lot easier. I've got a game camera 20 yards down in the woods that I haven't touched since last season, just because it's a pain to have to get the SD card out, you adjust the camera, you're leaving scent on it. I tell you what, I'm really impressed with this SpyPoint. SpyPoint's always had up and down reviews, and like I said, they didn't sponsor this video, they didn't send me this camera. I purchased this camera myself. That's how it'll be until I start building up a viewer base and some subscribers. And regardless of whether I purchased it or they sent me the camera, I'm going to give you an honest review. And I love the fact that I don't have to touch that camera except change batteries. And I'm even looking at getting a solar panel, because this camera is a game changer. And I don't know where the negative reviews come from people, unless they just struggle with, they complain about batteries dying. Well, you adjust how often it sends you pictures and you won't have a problem with that. I also purchased some lithium rechargeable AA batteries for this camera, so I'm not gonna have to change those batteries out as often. After about 4 or 5 days, I think the battery level is down to 93, 94%. So it's almost 2 months worth of battery power, and that's sending me images twice a day, 7 a.m. and 7 p.m. So I would recommend this SpyPoint camera, the Link WMV LTE, or one of their cameras like it. I'm really impressed. There's a lot of good positives with this camera. The only negatives I see is I've struggled to figure out how to set my capturing to record video, and I don't know if you can with this camera. I'm going to look at the manual a little more, but in the settings, it's hard to find anything to allow me to do video. But yeah, there it is down there on that tree, and it'll stay there until I head back down to my big hunting camp in a couple weeks. I've got to get my cart ready. I've got a E-Z-GO RXV cart that the controller's bad, so I'm swapping that out with a Navitas controller. I'll do a review on that as well, because a lot of people are turning these golf carts into hunting buggies, and I need to order some vinyl. I'm going to do a vinyl wrap of camo on it. I've also got a propane mobile fire pit that I'm going to be doing a review on, and some Hawk climbing sticks. As I've said before, I'm hoping to hunt most of this season from a saddle. I'm looking forward to using these Hawk sticks, seeing how they perform, doing a review on them as well for getting up in my saddle in a tree. So stay tuned for more videos. Make sure you subscribe down below. Hit that bell so you can be notified when I do reviews or I do hunts. I'm planning to get up in the trees and do some hunts this season, get those posted. If you have anything you want me to review, I'll be spending my money on it for now. Leave a comment down below, shoot me a message, southernrootsod@gmail.com, and we'll see what we can get done. Appreciate you guys, and make sure you subscribe and follow for more videos. Thanks.